Hello, my name is Andrew Bundrum, and today I will be discussing Abigail Adams and the American Revolution. Given that women have made up roughly half of the human population throughout the history of the world, they often receive too little credit in historians' analysis of events. In the Revolutionary War, women played many vital roles. Most obviously, strong women supported their husbands by managing households while their husbands fought in the war or led in politics. They also engaged in active dialogue that influenced the ideologies of the revolution, and some courageous women broke the norms of the time and engaged in the conflict by donning arms in defense of liberty. One famous example of a female heroine is the brilliant Abigail Adams, wife of John Adams. Historian Robert Middlecoff describes her as one who had wit and warmth to match John's, and on the eve of the Revolution she had a maturity of judgment that he would not attain for years. Another prominent historian, David McCullough, wrote in his biography of John Adams that his marriage to Abigail Smith was the most important decision of John Adams' life, as would become apparent with time. She was in all respects his equal, and the part she was to play would be far greater than he could have possibly imagined, for all his love for her and what appreciation he already had of her beneficial, steadying influence. John himself wrote that she warmed his heart, restored his benevolence, polished and refined his sentiments, and aided him in developing discernment and candor. In the early years of John's political life as a public servant, Abigail raised her children and managed the farm while John was away. Her grandson Charles Adams remarked that Abigail worked as a farmer, cultivating the land, a merchant reporting prices and rates of exchange, a politician, and a mother. In all, she appeared equally well. John frequently consulted with Abigail on important issues, and she even helped him draft some important documents. Known as Mrs. President for her obvious influence on the president, Abigail spoke out boldly on many topics of importance. She wrote hundreds of letters calling for political action, denouncing adversaries, and promoting her vision of the ideal United States. Some were offended by Abigail's behavior and speech, and she was often mocked by rivals. While this shows the negative levels of sexism at the time, the situation also reflects the impact Abigail had on the affairs of the young country's leadership. A good summation of this impact may be found in the Columbia Sentinel's obituary published after her passing. Possessing at every period of life the unlimited confidence as well as affection of her husband, she was admitted at all times to share largely of his thoughts. While on the one hand the activity of her mind and its thorough knowledge of all branches of domestic economy enabled her almost wholly to relieve him from the cares incident to the concerns of private life, on the other she was a friend whom it was his delight to consult in every perplexity of public affairs, and whose counsels never failed to partake of that happy harmony which prevailed in her character, in which intuitive judgment was blended with consummate prudence. Abigail Adams has appropriately been venerated as among the founding mothers of the United States, who are too often ignored in the broad historical narratives. The famous saying goes that behind every great man is a great woman, but this claim is inaccurate. It should be better said that beside great men are always great women. Those women deserve equal space in our shared history. The courage, character, and wisdom of women like Abigail Adams serve as examples for all patriots to follow in the present day.